So the wild card series has come to an end. It's only took 2 games for all 4 series to end. So there's no really fight back from the other teams that lost, to be honest. So let's just go over each series. So the first series we're going to start with is the Rangers-Rays series. Now, the Rays really didn't perform well. I mean, we know the first game they had 4 errors, I think. That's the first time in franchise history for the Rays. So not really able to put much on the board. Only 6 hits in that game. So didn't really fare too well against Montgomery and the bullpen at the end. So really good pitching performances from Texas. Montgomery and Evaldi, really good performances across the board from those two. So really solid overall. And the Rangers offense, once again, doing what they do. You know, if they can get hot, which is kind of what we've seen already, I mean, they're going to be a really hard team to take down. So able to win the first game 4-0. They looked really solid in that one. And then in game 2, they won 7-1. So even more dominant. The Rays once again had an error and 8 hits, but still only scored 1 run. So you know, they just couldn't really put much together in that one. The Rangers offense was insane. I mean, Evan Carter, absolutely insane series that man had. I think he was 3 for 4 with a home run, 2 singles, and a walk or something like that in his first ever postseason. So absolutely insane from him. You know, from the Rangers side, I mean, what a rookie he's gonna be. Yeah, really dominant performance from the Rangers. And if you look at it from the Rays side, I mean, 99 wins. That did not seem like a 99 win team in the postseason. I don't know what they were doing. It was just a weird series for the Rays. I figured they would be good in the wild card series just because, you know, they've done it before. They've done it in the past, in 2020, and I don't even remember if they were in it last year. I think they won their division last year. But yeah, so I figured they'd be pretty good, but yeah, I guess not. And at home, too, which is kind of even worse. They're not good for the Rays. We'll see what they do next year. I mean, it's really hard to improve this squad. I mean, 99 wins is already an insane season to try to top. So we'll see what moves they have in the offseason. Should be an interesting offseason for the Rays. Going into the next series, it was the Twins and Blue Jays series. Now, very interesting one. A lot of people did think the Blue Jays were going to win this one just based off the Twins' postseason history in the past. But I did think if we were going to get some good pitching performances out of the Twins that they would have a shot in this series, and that's exactly what happened. Really good pitching performances from Sonny Gray and Lopez on the mound. So that was very exciting to see from the Twins side. And then game 1, it's all Royce Lewis. I mean, if he did not play, they lose that game. So Royce Lewis really carried, at least in game 1, you know, with the 2 home runs, and you know, they're definitely able to bring the Twins to, you know, finally their first win in over like 18 years or whatever it was, or something like that. The 2004 was their last win in the postseason, and then Wednesday, obviously, they were able to get the other victory, which the playoff series, which they haven't won since 2002, I think. So people were making memes about the first, you know, Twins series on an iPhone. I started laughing at those, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, weird from the Twins. Barrios pitched well, and then they took him out. I mean, I was kind of shocked by that. I didn't really understand it from the Blue Jays side. I don't know. It was a weird decision, I think, but they scored. They get 9 hits and no runs. So I mean, you gotta think about that if you're the Blue Jays offense. That's kind of tough. I mean, only 2-0. You know, they didn't give up that many runs, but they also didn't hit at all. So especially when their bullpen was in, there were a lot of hittable pitches throughout multiple of the ABs when I was watching, at least. So it was very interesting. I don't know what the Blue Jays are going to do. This is the second year in a row that they've lost this wild card series. Last year to the Seattle Mariners, when they had that 8-1 lead or something, and they blew it, and they lost that series 2-0. So yeah, pretty embarrassing for the Blue Jays. I don't know how you improve. You know, I don't know what they're going to do next year to try to improve this or try to, you know, win a wild card series. But yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting offseason for the Blue Jays. A lot of decisions to make there. But yeah, the Twins move on. Going over to the NL wild card, let's start with the D-backs and Brewers series. Now, this for me, I thought was going to be a hard one to call. I thought this was going to go to a game 3, to be honest with you guys. But it just didn't. The Diamondbacks really performed. I mean, the first game, a lot of home runs from the D-backs, you know, from Corbin Carroll, and I think Ketel Marte had one, and maybe Lane Thomas had one, or maybe that was game 2. I'm not totally sure. They were able to win that one 6-3, absolutely destroyed Burns on the mound, which is something I did not expect to happen. So yeah, really good performance from the D-backs across the board. They were able to win that one 6-3, and you know, Christian Walker at the end there with, you know, the insane 2-run like bullet hit he had at the end. I mean, that was an insane hit. And they go into game 2. I mean, they win that one 5-2. Once again, really close games. You know, only being like 3 runs apart. So you know, Sewell was able to get both of the saves in this series. He looked really good on the mound. I really liked what I saw from Sewell. Great pickup in the trade deadline to get him off of Seattle. You know, I thought that was an insane move from them, especially now it's paying off. And even when in the regular season, it was paying off pretty well. So like to see that from Arizona. Good moves at the deadline. But yeah, once again, it was the home run ball in this one as well. I mean, the home runs were really good for the Diamondbacks. The Brewers offense, they had scored 9 hits, only 2 runs, weren't able to get much done. A lot of good hits, especially from Yelich and Carlos Santana, which I was pretty surprised from, that they were having really good series against the D-backs. But a little bit unfortunate for the Brewers. You're able to come back, you're able to come back this year, win a division title. It's not the strongest division, I would say, but it kind of sucks when this team, only had like 80 something wins and able to take you down. So unfortunate. They did have another injury, but you can't blame it on the injuries. You cannot be the New York Mets. So I don't know what the Brewers are doing. They got to re-sign their manager. A lot of decisions to be made on that side as well for next year, and we'll see how they improve this team moving forward. Going into the last NL wildcard series, we had the Phillies Marlins series. Now, I really thought the Marlins were going to put up a better fight, to be honest. Their game one wasn't too bad. They only lost 4-1. They put up 7 hits. There was just no offense from the Marlins at all. The pitching on Philly was absolutely insane with Zach Wheeler on the first game. Insane from him overall. I just expected something more from the Marlins, I think, and I saw some people online talking about this. They look like they were just coasting along, which I feel like is kind of true. I didn't really see much life from their dugout. I didn't really see much from them, to be honest. The second game wasn't any better for them. They lost that one 7-1, so definitely not it. Nola definitely had a nice start on the mound for the Phillies, but I think most people expected this one. But for the Marlins, it is weird because, they come in, no one really expected them to have this good of a season, and they get the playoffs, and they look like they were absolutely destroyed. So a little interesting for the Marlins. They can definitely improve this team, though, and make it better. They have definitely a shot to come back next year and definitely be in this NL wildcard again, I think, especially in this East Division where it's tight, It's a really good division, so I think they definitely will face the Phillies probably again next year if they do make it back, and we'll see how they play it. We'll see what players they can pick up, but definitely a solid performance from the Marlins, I think, this season, and definitely a lot to look forward to if you're a Marlins fan moving forward. Yeah, so the wild card series is over in 2 games. There were no game 3s. Kind of surprised by that a little bit, but I mean, it is what it is. The wild cards are quick. Most times they're a game. I remember the 2021. It's just a game, you're done. So little series now, you get a little bit more action. But yeah, so we don't have any more baseball till Saturday, which is interesting. And then we get the ALDS and the NLDS starting up. Very interesting games across the board with some of these. We're going to talk about the predictions in a later video. But yeah, from the wild card series, it was definitely fun to watch. I like the timing through all the games. I really thought they did a good job with the timing with a lot of games because, you'd start with the Rangers one and then the Twins would be on through the 7th inning. So I really like the timing they use for this wild card series. I really didn't think they did a good job with the production and everything like that. So I think they did a good job. Even on ABC, it was still pretty good. I'm if you guys don't know, I love Fox. I love the FS1 broadcast. I love everything they do. So the next round will be on FS1 for the AL and TBS for the NL. So very exciting for that. But if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Let me know who you guys thought was going to win in this wild card round. I think I got almost all my predictions wrong. Yeah, I predicted the Rays to win, I predicted the Blue Jays to win, I predicted the Brewers win, and I predicted the Phillies. So I was 1 for 4 in my predictions across the board. So yeah, not the best on that one. But let me know who you guys thought were going to win. Let me know what your guys' thoughts on these series were, everything like that. If you guys do enjoy this video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone.